I am Jason Blissett, and I am an uncut athlete. For as long as I can remember, I've been playing football. Was born with a football in my crib, like just every day at the park working out. I always was a pretty physical kid. Was always pretty good at the sport, and I had a good talent for it. So eventually that led me to high school, where I ended up getting a scholarship. It was there when I actually got my first concussion in my freshman year. And I didn't really know much about concussions, really. Just knew it was an injury that I had. My bones were fine. I still ran fast. I still was strong, so I didn't really pay much mind to it. Fast forward to about my junior year, where I got my third concussion. And that's when I started to pay more close attention to it, because it happened to be that in the following year that I would write a senior project where I would talk about CTE, concussions in football and things like that. And then that's what really brought my attention to how dangerous concussions are in the sport of football. Freshman season of U Miami, I get my first concussion and the bowl season. Didn't play a lot during the entire season freshman year, just getting acclimated to things, meeting the guys. And freshman season, bowl season, we're playing LA Tech, and one of our first contact practices, I take a pretty bad hit on the side of my head. I got low, guy came to the side of me, kind of jumped up into my head, and it rang my bell. I walk off to the side, and I'm just feeling kind of dizzy, like I just feel out of the loop. I get to my knees and I just feel off balance. Everybody's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't really feel too well." It ruled me out for the game. I was pretty bummed out about it. It was my fourth concussion, and I was just like, "This keeps happening to me. I don't understand why." It's like you put all this work in, you do all everybody's telling you you're doing great, and it's like, why is this stopping me? It would be different if it was a broken leg, and it's like I can see when I'm gonna heal. You start to see progress. You start to see like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. I can walk now. I can jog now. But the thing is, with your head, it's like you don't really notice the symptoms really, or you don't really notice yourself getting any better. It kind of feels like it's always there. It kind of feels like it's always bothering you. I felt like I was different to an extent as far as emotionally, like just watching, let's say for example, we'll watch film. I'm more so than me trying to pay attention to my technique, I'm looking at the way guys are getting hit. Like, can I take another hit like that again? And that's becoming more of the focuses on my mind, especially in practice. It's like, I'm not thinking about the workout, is it gonna be a hard workout? I'm thinking, am I gonna make it through the workout? Is this gonna be the day where I pass out or something like that? Season goes by, getting snaps here and there. Everything's going great. I'm not really taking any damage or anything like that. I'm feeling great. I'm performing at a different level. I feel like I'm reaching new heights. And then lo and behold, the UNC game comes along and everything's going fine. And I feel fine, I feel amazing, I'm feeling comfortable on the field. And I remember the play, it's a goal line stand. I put my hand in the ground, I fight off a cut block, my head is down, I put my hands down, I look up, and something just blows me back. I didn't even see what hit me, as a force just blew me back. I'm on the ground, kind of just dazed and confused as to really what hit me. I knew where I was, it wasn't like I lost consciousness or anything like that, but I was like, that was a really hard hit. And I get to the sideline and I just feel dizzy. Like I said, I'm getting worse. I just don't feel right. Go to the tent, talk to the doctors, and they just told me like, yeah, you can't go back in. Like this doesn't look good. But it was that was a rough time for me, really. Just dealing with concussions again. No athlete likes being hurt. It's hard on all of us, really. And you just feel a lot of disappointment that goes into it, and you just down all the time. It's like you spent your whole life doing all this, it's like, and you can't do what you want to do. And the pressure starts to build back up again, workouts going, and I can't finish a workout. Like, I'm not completing a workout from start to finish because I'm getting lightheaded and I'm just like, I can't go on anymore. So my final workout, I'm going to the board to look at what we have to do. I'm saying, all right, we got all this doing. We're doing all this, cleans, bench, squat. So this lift specifically, I just remember just panicking, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. So we ended up doing a couple sprints, and it was about the third or fourth sprint, and I just felt like my world was falling. Like, I just couldn't keep myself up. I felt like I was about to throw up. I looked at the coach, waved it in, walked to the medical trainer's room, and said, yeah, I think it's time for me, just to hang it up. I think medically retiring is something that I might have to talk about now. Having to say that football was done for me was probably one of the hardest conversations I had. I remember letting the words out, just crying, just for a long time, just in the room, just broken down. You don't know where to go from here because you planned your whole life for this. So I got home, And I don't even think I talked to anybody. I just sat in my room, just quiet, just not doing anything. I think I want to say I released the video either that night or the day after, only because I feel like I connect with a lot of people as far in the football world and other worlds, just things like that, in different communities. People know my name and people like to see how I'm doing and things like that. And more than anything, I felt like I owed it to them just to share my side of things, because athlete story isn't something that's really talked about a lot, especially the struggles that we go through. Like, everybody sees the fame, everybody sees everybody smiling and goofing off, but like, athletes sacrifice a lot and put a lot on the line just to like make a name for themselves, their family, just to have a stable future. A lot of people, especially like myself, come from like low-income neighborhoods and where there's zone schools, kids don't go on to graduate, and it's like they're working dead-end jobs where they amount to nothing, and it's like we want something more for ourselves. So I speak for those kids pretty much, and I feel like I owed it to them just to share that, listen, you have talents, like there's so much you could do outside of football, like this game don't last forever. And since then, I've had a lot of support from everybody, from friends to fans to family, everybody just reaching out, giving me different ideas and career paths I can go down, letting me know that they're still in my corner and that they still here for me if I ever need anything. As of late, I've been the happiest I've been in a while, just relaxing, being a college student. I have aspirations of pursuing criminal justice on a federal level, Homeland Security specifically. I'm a lover of music. I like listening to music all the time. I make music on my free time. I listen to a lot of artists, and I support my friends in their music endeavors. I noticed that no matter if I was going to a camp to practice, to school or whatever, music always stayed with me and music always lived on with me. So it didn't take me too long after retiring until I realized that music is my passion. I think I probably call myself a role model for people younger than me, my age, older than me, anybody who just needs somebody to look up to, because really, I feel like we go through a lot in life, and perseverance is a quality that everybody should have. And me personally, I know I've been through my fair share of struggles, and sharing my story and making sure that other people are okay and other people are happy, and knowing that things are always going to get better. I know it looks bad now, but things will always get better. I feel like that's the message that I want to spread out to them. So my biggest advice to athletes would be to find something outside of your sport specifically to just pursue and just to showcase your talents, because outside of your athleticism, we're all gifted in some way. Like, the sport's going to end for you someday, and there's going to be something you're still good at long after the sport ends. I am Jason Blissett, and I am a student, athlete, role model, human.